Good morning, card community. It is RJ. It is Sunday, so it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. All right, so I hope you all had a fantastic week. Last weekend was Hobbypalooza. I hope you all were able to attend, to tune in, to participate in some manner. I had a good time on Hobbypalooza. I got onto one of the broadcasts, the live stream episodes. That was fun. And I actually won a little prize. That's in the mail, coming sometime soon. I'll show that off. But I had a lot of fun on Hobbypalooza. Can't wait till next year. I know that upcoming is the National. Most of the big name YouTubers are heading out that way. I shan't be among them. I just don't have time in my schedule or budget to make the National. Probably make a more determined effort next year. We'll see about that. But anyway, hope you all had a great week. We're not here to talk about those things. We're here to go over some trivia and prizes. All right, so let's start with Monday. Monday's question: on this date in baseball history, July the 21st, 1973, Hank Aaron hit home run number 700 off of this Phillies pitcher whose younger brother is much more famous and in the Hall of Fame. Name both brothers. The answer: Ken Brett of the Phillies. This is his 1973 Topps card, pictured with the Phillies. And, of course, his most famous brother, George Brett. This is his 2022 Allen and Ginter card. So that is the answer. What you were playing for, 3 Hall of Fame cards. An Archives card of Whitey Ford. Upper Deck 40-man card of Edgar Martinez. And an awesome 1986 Larry Frisch Negro League Baseball Stars card of Hilton Smith. So those are the 3 awesome cards you're playing for. The individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Shout out to a Mr. Mike Pustari. Mike, I have no clue if that was pronounced right. I do apologize. Would love to know if you have a channel, because I always like to put up the channel names rather than the individual people names, so that everybody can go and check out these channels. Everybody else on this list was pretty much a regular. Lisa Z's name remains up on my channel. Lisa was a great supporter of my channel, as well as every channel in the card community. She passed away very early this calendar year. I have chose to leave her name up on the list. It is not checked, so her name does not appear on the wheel, but that is my way to support her, to honor her, I should say. So we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody. You must hit 3 times on my channel to win. I do that for 2 reasons. One is because very few people enter my channel, so I have that ability. Secondly, I always hate it when someone spins once and that person wins. Kind of deflates everybody else's. We all want a chance to win, and one spin, sometimes doesn't feel like a chance, but you have to do that when you have many people. In fact, when John 3D80's kid was doing it this weekend for Hobbypalooza, I think he had 700 and some names on a wheel. Yeah, you're not going to spin until you hit 3 names 3 times on that kind of a contest. But on mine, since it's so small, I have that ability. I enjoy it, and I choose to. So here we go. Good luck to everybody on this one. Spin. Yeah, so a little, not a huge showing this week. I got some cool stuff to show off. We all always do have cool things. I think it doesn't really matter what you show on your channel, as long as it's baseball card related, and people will enjoy your content. But I try to put out some awesomeness. I think last week was a lot of awesomeness. This week's going to be a lot of, well, that's pretty cool, but not awesomeness. It's just saying. But we'll still have the trivia and prizes to give away, so that's always a plus. I am not going to the National this year. I certainly would like to. I did enjoy my showcase. If you want to check out the episode I was on, go to the 4 Collectors Network channel. I was on with John 3D80's kid and his little showcase of 5 cards every collector should own. He is doing that on a regular basis under his channel, I believe. I don't think he does it under the 4 Collectors channel, but yeah, I was able to do an episode of that with him live during the Hobbypalooza weekend, which was a lot of fun. I kind of teased John a little bit because I said, you know, he texted me and said, hey, would you like to be on Hobbypalooza? And I said, yes, I would love to be on Hobbypalooza. Thank you for thinking of me. And he just said, okay. And eventually he sent me the details. And then John released a preview video for Hobbypalooza where he talked about, you know, what was coming up. He and a couple other YouTubers. Pause. Basement Card Collector Jason, congrats to you, sir. I have these fantastic cards to send out to you. I might include some additional cards you never can tell for your hobby addiction. That is the first one. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday's question. I'll throw the question out, then we'll do a little background on this one because there's an update on the answer. So I said on this date in baseball history, July the 23rd, 1890. July the 23rd, 1890. This individual cracked career home run number 100, becoming the first player ever to reach that milestone. Now, I expected a certain answer, and most people gave that, but I had one person say, hey, you know, in my research, it's a different date that this individual cracked the home run you're talking about. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So I looked it up. The answer I was going for is Harry Stovey. So here's, let me go back to this. Harry Stovey was the answer. This is a picture of Harry Stovey. I do not have a baseball card of Harry Stovey. All right. Now, where I get all of my quiz things from a thing called Baseball Almanac. Now that's because the listing is so simplistic. It's very cut and short and dry. Here's what happened, and they usually only have big happenings, big name people, and things like that. So it says here on this day in baseball history, July the 23rd, 1890, Harry Stovey hit the first. It was the first one to reach 100 career home runs. Somebody though said no, it happened on the September the 7th, and then they went to the real source. SABR, Society for American Baseball Research, and if you pan down, where is it? I had it highlighted. On September the 3rd, Stovey became the first player to hit 100 home runs. So, apparently, Baseball Almanac is incorrect. I will always trust, let me go to the top of the page here, this is SABR, the Society for American Baseball Research. So I will always assume that is right. Here's Harry Stovey's old judge card. Yeah. I do not have a Harry Stovey of any kind, no real one, no reprint, no honor, you know, tribute set, nothing. I don't have a Harry Stovey card of any kind, so sorry about that. But Harry Stovey was my answer. And again, I was assuming it was correct, but apparently it was September the 3rd, not July the 23rd. So anyway, all right, everybody up here on the screen was kind enough to throw out a guess. Mike was back again. So Mike, really, if you reach out, if you can send me an email with your actual channel name, if you have a channel, or let me know you don't have a channel. Anyway, so let's see if Basement Card Collector, I know Basement Card Collector missed one day. I think he's back on Friday, but you can only win once a week on my channel. I would have knocked it out, but he's not there. Everybody else is a regular. We will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on that one. So, I'll let it go. I just want to forget to show off what you're playing for. Another 3 set of Hall of Famers. Bob Gibson, 2013, Panini Cooperstown, an archives card of Cal Ripken, and a Condon collection card of Al Simmons, Hall of Famer from the Philadelphia A's primarily. This is honoring his MVP season. Most valuable player, 1929. From the Sporting News. Those are the 3 cards you're playing for. So we already did count. God is great. Ken, keep spinning. So what I was saying is, yeah. So John, 3D80s kid, was having a what do I want to say, preview show before Hobbypalooza weekend. He came on, and him and a couple of other good more well established YouTubers did a preview show talking about what was coming up, all the different things. And then John was talking about his episode, which was the 5 cards every collector should own. And he made a point of saying that the individuals, including myself, who were selected, he said he didn't select them for any particular reason. It's just that their names were next on the list. So I kind of had a little fun with him during the broadcast and said, oh, gee, I was so honored and touched that you thought about me, until I saw that I would just happen to be the next name on the list. Pause. Ken, God is great. Ken, congrats to you, sir. You're getting these 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards. I'll send those out to you as soon as I can. Moving on to Friday. Friday's question. On this day in baseball history, July the 25th, 1998, this pitcher took the mound, thereby appearing in his 1,000th game. Name him. The answer is Jesse Orosco. Here he is back on his 87 Fleer card. Interestingly, I went to try and find a 1998 Topps Jesse Orosco. What I found, Topps even though Jesse Orosco was still pitching, Topps did not produce a Jesse Orosco card from 1995 through 1999. So for that 5-year stretch, even though Jesse Orosco was in the major leagues and pitching, Topps did not include him in any of their base card sets. Now, other companies did. He did have cards with like Fleer and Pacific and some other oddball sets, but he did not appear in any of the Topps offering. He came back again in 2000. I just thought that was really bizarre, why Topps would not produce a card for such a well-known star. I mean, if you pay attention to the cards, you do know that during those years, Topps cut the number of cards in its sets down to like just around 500. So instead of the 900, instead of these 800 card sets we had become used to, they really pared back a decent number of cards. So it's possible Jesse just didn't rate it as important enough on their card set in their offering that year. But I just find it annoying for a quality veteran like Jesse Orosco that they would have dropped him from the set. Anyway, what you're playing for on this one, another 4-pack of Hall of Famers. Topps Finest 1999 card, I believe. Yep, 1999 of Tony Gwynn, still with the seal on top. Cool Kmart card of Hank Aaron, the 1974 highlights, and another awesome Conlon card of Harry Hooper, Hall of Famer for the Boston Red Sox back in their original glory years. So that's what you're playing for. Again, the individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Jason, you are out, and Ken, you are out. We will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody else. Here we go. Yeah, so I had a little fun at John's expense by telling him that he offended me by saying I was just the next name on the list. It was all in good fun, but yeah, I enjoyed it immensely. I think I had the best choices of any kind. I think my picks of 5 cards every collector should own were the best ever. Now, there's so many great cards popping up. It's a great idea that John's doing. If you haven't checked out this series, please do, because it's a lot of fun to have people show off cards that are meaningful to them and to tell everybody why they believe these cards are. Oh, wow, here we go. So here we go. Got a dilemma. You understand what I'm saying? Check out John's channels. But Mike, all right, so Mike, if you're watching, if you happen to watch this, please email me your contact information, and please send me a note if you have a channel, what the channel name is, so I can include it if you chime back in the future. But I'm sending out these 3 cards to you as soon as I get your contact information, all right? That's all I have for you today, people. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody who's supporting my channel. And I do have some cool things to show. Again, just not something that's jaw-breakingly awesome like I have it sometimes in the past. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. Come back again on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's when I drop my videos, trivia questions, prizes, all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate everybody's support. Have a great time at the National, everybody who's going. And I can't wait to see your videos from the National, especially Thursday night's YouTube gathering. Have a great time. Take care.